Hey guys, this is Maji from Maji Toots. Today let's talk about 4 good reasons why it is maybe not a good idea for you to create an online forum. I had online forums myself for many years, and it's just really nice to have a forum for sure, but you have to know that it's actually really hard to get an online forum going. And this is the first reason why I think for some people or for many people, maybe they should focus on something else. So the first disadvantage of having a forum, or let's say creating a forum, is really that it's extremely hard to get some activity in the forum. Let's have a look at my forum here, linguaholic.com. I created that forum like 10 years ago probably. And still there's not that much activity in it. I have maybe like 20, 30, 40,000 posts, something like that, which is not too bad, but the thing is I spent so much time and so much money even to get a little bit activity inside of that forum. And one big problem is in the beginning when you're starting off with a forum, obviously your forum will be completely empty. And to think that people will actually enter an empty forum and when will just start creating topics there is just an illusion. Like in the beginning, you need to find a way that people will actually create content, and usually that's just not going to happen, especially not if you're only creating a forum. So one thing I would like to tell you, all you guys, is if you want to create a forum, it would be much better if you already have like a website around that forum. In my case, when I created linguaholic.com, I didn't have that. I was actually starting directly with a forum, and that's just super hard because yeah, there's no activity in it, and how do you get people in a forum if nothing is there? Like in the beginning, you don't even have traffic from anywhere, so it was just literally impossible to get some activity in my forum. So what I had to do was like I actually created like I had to create like multiple accounts by myself and talk to myself basically in the forum to get some activity in it. That's one way you can do it, and another way you can do it is you actually pay people that will write content in your forum. That's really like the only two ways you can get some traffic and get some nice topics going. So if you want to build a forum, if you already have a website, maybe you have a nice website with a nice blog and you already have hundred thousands of people, and then yeah, you can start a forum. Even then it's gonna be hard to get some activity in it, but that would be definitely be a good basis to get a forum going. Um, so this is the first reason why maybe starting a forum is not a good idea for you. The second reason is to monetize a forum is very hard as well. Compared to other kind of content, forum content just generally is not very suitable to be monetized. Um, as you see here in my forum, I have some ads here, which is good, and you can monetize your forum with ads, which you should do. But for example, to get into an ad network with a forum, an ad network like Google AdSense or let's say MediaWine, and if you have a lot of traffic, you can use something like AdThrive. It's just harder to even get into an ad network if you have a forum. Some ad networks, they won't even accept websites that are solely a forum. If you have like a forum combined with the blog, maybe your chances are better, but that's something to be aware of, that it could be more difficult for you to even get into an ad network. If you just want to install Google AdSense, for example, that should be no problem. But another problem with the monetization of forums is that usually they just don't earn well. So every page that you have in your forum, let me just open a random page here. So the pages that you have here in your forum, they have some nice little content. But the thing is, the content is obviously user generated, so you don't have a lot of control over it. And mostly the content is very short. Like, you actually can't control that, right? Maybe you're asking a question and somebody is giving a very short answer, somebody is giving maybe a very long answer. But in the end, you can't control it much, and there will be a lot of short content. And a lot of short content usually means that you won't really earn a lot for these small kind content pages that are created by users. So a blog posts, they almost always do better than individual forum posts. And there must be other reasons, like I can check that in my statistics. In any case, the forum, my forum sub pages, they usually don't earn well compared to blog pages. If you are in an ad network, there are nice ways you can check that. You can see exactly how much every sub page is earning. Depends on the ad network. I'm on Ezoic at the moment. There you have very nice statistics about everything. In other ad networks or platforms, you probably can't see that exactly, like how much every sub page is earning. But that's another topic. So generally, for every 1,000 visitors that you will get, usually in forums, the number or the revenue that you will get for 1,000 visitors will definitely be pretty low compared to other kind of content like blog posts. So you're wondering, yeah, but what about Reddit and Quora and all those amazingly popular and successful websites? So yeah, I guess they're doing fine, right? Well, yeah, of course they're doing fine, but not because every page that they have will earn a lot of money. The thing with them is just that they are extremely big, and if you have that much content, it obviously doesn't really matter every sub page how much it's earning, because in total they still earn a lot of money because they have hundred thousands of pages. Which is nice, obviously, but it's very, very hard to get there. There are many more reasons actually why the monetization of forums is difficult. One last reason that I would like to give you is just from an SEO standpoint. I already mentioned that it's very hard to control the content. I mean, you don't have control basically because the user creates the content. So that also means that in terms of SEO, you can't really decide the structure of the content, which is obviously extremely bad for SEO. You can adjust some stuff by yourself if you want to, but who is going to into a blog entry, into a forum entries, and then is going to change the titles of what somebody wrote just to make it better for SEO? So you probably don't want to do that. So the titles, the paragraphs, everything is going to be messed up for SEO. So yeah, and if the SEO is not good, it means the forum posts won't rank very well. And if they don't rank very well, it's very hard to get traffic in. And less traffic obviously means less money, which equals harder monetization. So this was the second disadvantage why you probably don't want to create a forum. The third reason is that it's very hard to maintain. If you have a forum with a lot of people on it, you definitely will need some moderators that will take care of the content. They will have a look at content that is not suitable for your forum. So they will need to delete content on a regular basis. Usually forums get spammed all the time as well. There's gonna be a lot of spam content that you will need to make sure that you can get rid of. So of course, you can use some plugins to make sure that spam doesn't even enter the forum, but that's not easy. Let me tell you that, like, it's pretty hard to keep spam away from forums. Um, so that's one aspect that makes it hard to maintain forums. Um, there are other aspects why it's hard, like if you just want to make sure that that there's a lot of that there's enough activity in your forum, you will need to post answers by yourself because people get discouraged if nobody's going to answer for a day and to their topic, and they're gonna leave very quickly. So it's a very active thing, you know. You will really need to make sure that your community is flourishing, and that will actually use a lot of time. So running a forum is not passive at all. If you have a blog, for example, this can be very passive. If you have amazing content, you can create your content and just leave it as it is. And if the content is great, that can be good enough. You probably don't even need to accept comments. You can just create nice content and just let it on the website, and that's it. Um, so that's the third reason why building a forum might be not the right thing for you to do. And the last thing, which is also connected to what I just said, is that yeah, you need to be a little bit tech savvy to actually run the forum. I have quite a lot of experience in all these kind of techie things about running forums, websites, hostings, and all these kind of things. And even for me, I must say that it's pretty difficult um, to run the forum because I ran into quite a lot of trouble, and you will need to log into your hosting and into FTP, and you need to take care about files there because most of the forums, they are not that user friendly, like compared to, for example, um, something like WordPress for managing blogs. Forum software are actually incredibly complex. The forum software that I'm using here on lingoholic.com is IPB, which I really like mainly because it looks really nice. It's responsive. It looks great on the mobile phone as well. But to the settings to take care of is really difficult. And in WordPress, if you have a problem, you can usually just install a plugin, and the plugin will take care of everything. Let's say you would like to have a sidebar and run some ads there. If that would be a WordPress blog here, it would be extremely easy. I can just add a sidebar with a widget, and I can get that ad in, and everything works. 2 minutes. But if I want to do that in a forum, there's not many plugins. Of course, there are some plugins that you can find and download, but your choices are very limited, and it will take you a lot of time to set things up. And usually a little bit of coding will be necessary because if you compare it to WordPress, there are much less plugins, and a lot of things just don't work out of the box and will need customization. As I said, I'm using IPB software. Some other popular software is V-Built-in. I don't really know how to call that in English. I'm sorry. There are like free options like SMF, for example, and vanilla boards, and there are many options, but even the paid ones, like the one I have, is actually pretty expensive. You pay maybe like $100, $200 to even get the software, and then you pay something for the support on a monthly basis. No, on a 3 months basis, as far as I can remember. And the support you will get is not great either. They will help you a little bit, but if you have problems, like, they're not gonna code anything for you. So I had tons of problems over the years with whenever I want to change something about the layout and stuff, even just maybe putting a logo on your website. These kind of things will take a lot of time, and if you don't know, if you're not very familiar with all these kind of tech things, you're gonna run into quite a lot of trouble. So those are the four main reasons why I think creating a forum might be a bad idea for you. But in another video, I will also talk about the advantages of having a forum. And of course, forums can work. There are many good examples of forums that have a lot of activity in them. And they also come with a lot of advantages. But those four disadvantages that I just told you is definitely something to keep in mind. And yeah, I hope you don't feel too discouraged now to create your forum, but yeah, maybe you found out that there are other ways for you to create a nice website, maybe using blog posts instead of a forum, that are easier to maintain and also easier to monetize. So please think about that. I hope this was helpful and not too boring. Maybe I should have showed you some more websites during the process, but I think the information itself, yeah, it's really like my experience and probably the experience of many others who have run forums for a long time. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day and talk to you soon. Bye.